that I moved right on over, and now I'm shredding all of those documents, all of those papers that I'm done with, but I can't just ball them up and throw them away because there's sensitive information on here. Or since I'm working from home, there might be confidential information that I need to dispose of in the right way. And that's what I'm doing with my Embassy Elite Auto Shred. This is 130 sheet microcut paper shredder. And what that means is that I can auto feed, so I don't have to stand there and feed every sheet in and let it do the job. Or if I wanted to just shred a couple of sheets, I could do that as well. So easy to use. We're gonna give you all of the details. I even love that because it's gonna be in our home and not at the office, we could, you know, have fun with some of the colors. So you're seeing it here in this really pretty silver. It also comes in this metallic navy. Next to that, we've got that champagne gold. The red that you see, the metallic red, we're down to our last 250. We have it for you in rose gold. Isn't it fun that we have a rose gold shredder? And then lastly, we have it for you in black. Today, it's $144.99. Now, the retail value with everything that you're getting here is over $216. And this is our today's special. 5 Flex gets this home for $29. You've got free shipping and handling. And if you have a lot to shred and you've had horror stories with paper shredders, give Embassy a try. Now, Bill Duggan is joining us. He's gonna give us all the details. And Bill, this shredder today has been so enormously popular with over 5,900 of them ordered. Bill, so great to have you.
Great to be here, and Embassy's done it again. All our Embassy products have become customer picked, and this new design that stands a little bit taller stands out as well because it has that nice new shiny finish. People are just so excited about. People know Embassy. All of them, again, are customer picks. Embassy knows shredding. They make 1 in 4 shredders in the market, so that's another reason why they put them on caster wheels. Give us that nice large peekaboo window so we can see when it gets all filled up with shred. And they're also giving us a larger waste receptacle. Normally we have a 3-gallon. This is a 5.5-gallon waste bin. And I gotta tell you, in my home office, it's small. I use this as my trash can. And then when I wanna shred, I shut that drawer and it just goes to town. So in the front, I can shred up to 10 sheets at a time. The auto tray in the back has been the huge game changer. Because like a lot of us, we've been home, we've been cleaning the office, we've been working from home, and that stack has just grown and grown of stuff I want to shred. And yes, you know, it can be a small stack, 25 pages. Even 25 pages back in the day would take a while, but all the way up to 75, 100, up to 130 sheets. I can take that entire stack, I can come right over here to that tray, and guess what? You take that bunch of paper, and boom. I'm gonna let the shredder do the work. I'm gonna let the shredder eat through all those pages. I don't have to feed it. I don't have to worry about it. Trevor, you want me to get you something from the kitchen? I mean, this is how free I am now to go make sure the kids are finishing with their Zoom class, or I can take the dog for a walk. And also notice, while it's engaged in the auto shred, I can still shred in the front at the exact same time. Because have you ever been in the zone where it's like, okay, it's clean the office day, so even though the shredder's engaged, I can find more documents, which is awesome. And being that it's a Today Special, take advantage of the free shipping, because this does weigh about 18 pounds. It comes fully assembled, so you don't have to worry about putting it together. You just plug it in, and it has one job. And that one job is to give us that micro cut. Because if we put something in here, that's what we're going to dispose of. And that's really what's going to protect us at the end of the day. The shredder is fun and fancy and shiny, and it keeps our office clean. But the real reason why we need a shredder is to protect our identity. Do you know, when we launched Embassy, the statistic was 1 in 10 of us were victims of identity theft. It's actually gone up to 1 in 7. And the Federal Trade Commission, they warn us we need to shred our documents. Because one of the #1 complaints they get is about identity theft. One of the #1 complaints they get, I'm shredding out of order, but more importantly, they get the complaint all the time that they have been hacked, and it comes in a variety of ways. So they tell us, closely guard your social security number, and then shred. Shred charge receipts, credit applications, and other sensitive documents. And that other, it's really different, not just for every household or office, but every person in that household, every customer that comes through the business, because, you know, I got an insurance claim for him. I have my paycheck stub. Okay, we all have taxes. And think of this, tax season. 49% of all identity theft happens during those few months of tax season because we're printing stuff off the computer, we're sending it in the mail, we're digging it out of a filing cabinet because we haven't accessed it in a while. And what you're gonna notice, you're gonna get your desktop space back, you're gonna get drawer space back, because all that stuff we've been holding on to, it's now being disposed of properly. One quick thing, there is a light now in the bin, so you can actually see what's being shredded. And one thing you also will realize, your shred is going to look different. But more importantly, look at this list of things that we can shred. I mean, primarily it's what we can't shred. You can shred statements, utility bills, all that amazing stuff, because it adds up. Sure, a lot of us have gone paperless, but we still get some things, paycheck stubs.
That's right.
We hold on to them for about a year because we want to make sure everything balances out. And our taxes, sure, hold on to them for about 7 years. But then when you can finally get rid of it, it feels so good because it's a purge. It's shredding therapy, and you're doing it smart with it's true. And you're doing it smart with a reliable piece of equipment. This has one job, and you can see what it's doing. I swapped out the red bin, so you can see our clear bin, because that's the shredding difference. If you still have shred like this, that strip shred from the 70s, this is 50-year-old technology. You want to make it harder for identity thieves. And that's where you're protecting yourself, your kids, your customers, and that's where you're grateful every day you have a shredder, because I got to tell you, every day I'm shredding. I just went and got my mail on my break.
Yes.
Don't need this election flyer with my name and address on it. Shred it. Oh, here's a good one. Cardboard. This is going to ship to you in a box. We all get a lot of boxes, right? Recycle the cardboard. Don't recycle your identity. Take that cardboard and look what happens. Stick it in there. It's shredding in the back. It's shredding the cardboard. And what I'm throwing away is unidentifiable. Put it to the test. Give it a test drive. You'll love it.
Look, I mean, look at what's coming out of there. It's micro cut. This is confetti. Nobody's gonna sit there and try to piece this back together like a puzzle. It's just not gonna happen. Those people who are looking to steal identities, they're just gonna move on to an easier target. And that's one of the things I love about what Embassy creates, because Embassy, nearly every Embassy shredder here at HSN and on hsn.com is a customer pick. We've sold over 500,000 Embassy shredders since they launched here. And so I love that we've got this as a Today Special, but this is the last time you're gonna see this. This is the Today Special for this shredder for the year. You're not gonna see another one. So if you're saying, you know what, I really do need a shredder, maybe you hadn't thought about getting one today, but since it's a Today Special, you know you need one, and for your documents, for your spouse's documents, for the kids' documents, for, I love, as Bill was saying, for the things that we buy, because everything has a code on it, everything has some sort of identifiable tag on it. And if you just crumple it up and throw it out, or put it, on the corner, at your house for the trash to come pick up, you don't know what's gonna blow away. You don't know what's gonna get out and get into the hands of someone who's just looking for bits of information, because it doesn't take much for somebody to try to steal your identity. Make yourself a harder target. Go ahead and get a shredder that, did you notice, it's quieter than they normally are. It's not bulky like they normally are. This one's a little bit taller and a little bit sleeker because it's gonna be in your home. So we want it to be a beautiful, functional, but stylish piece that you have in your home. So if you want that metallic red, you've got to be quick. You're seeing there that champagne gold. This is the rose gold. We've got black, that metallic navy, and also the silver. 5 flex today of $29. If any of these are left at the end of this day, the price is automatically gonna go up. So if you're saying, you know what, I really do need a new shredder, go ahead and do it today. We're going back to Bill to see more.
And actually, you brought up a great point, because, Tamara, Embassy's been so popular. Embassy will be back, but it's not every day we have it in Today's Special, where it has free shipping, because I got to tell you, the box this comes in, it's big. Remember, it's fully assembled. You never take the lid off anymore. You just pull out that drawer. The wheels are already on it. It's truly a plug-and-play experience. And I got to tell you, I have a lot of nice things in my home office, but even some of those things act up. The Wi-Fi's down, the ink is out. This is truly something I can walk up to it. I find a piece of paper that I don't want to line around, but I want to get rid of it, and it works. It does its job. It does it so well. And you hear people's reviews. I mean, the reviews, it's about a piece of office equipment. That's pretty much a trash receptacle, but people are raving about it, just like they would about that mascara you were just talking about. But that's because it works, and that's because people are satisfied with it. And you will be too. I can't tell you how many people have upgraded their shredders. Actually, I'm going to stop this for a moment, because when we launched Autoshred, which, by the way, when we did, it did not have 130 sheet capacity. Adam Freeman was launching it, and he comes out to set, and he's like, oh, this is beautiful. I have it. I love this shredder. Embassy's great. And I'm like, Adam, look at this. And he's like, I do not have that. I must have it. 'Cause that's just it, because we've been there. I mean, do I always have a stack of 130 pages? No. But do I have a stack of 70, 80, 20? I don't want to sit here and go through 20 pages. I can just take them, load it up, and it's going to go to town. And that affords me the ability, you know, okay, I got to go water the lawn. I want to, you know, finish my television show or go get another cup of coffee. But as I'm cleaning, I'm finding more and more stuff. And, oh, stuff with staples. I don't have to remove those staples. It can go through this cattywampus stack with the staples while it shreds in the back. And because it's a micro cut, I want everyone to realize too, it's a smaller cut. It fills up the bin a lot less frequently, so I'm not emptying it all the time. So I'm not always having to run out and, you know, take care of things and dump it and all that. But we've all done this. Like, it's not gonna happen to me. And I want you to notice something. One, look at the size difference between what that one page is taking up and versus what I've gone through right over here. I mean, this is so unidentifiable. That is huge peace of mind. And you mentioned, you know, put this all at the curb. That's great. If your garbage can gets knocked over, or someone does go through your garbage can, look what happens. They have your paycheck stub. Your paycheck stub is in the neighbor's yard. It's about privacy. It's about security. If this ends up in the neighbor's yard, they're like, I missed the party. What happened? Or, you know, it 'tis the season. I have truly gone to my shredder bin and used this as packing material because I wanted to make sure something went safe. And because it is so fine and small, you can do that with peace of mind of knowing you're not sending your mom, you know, your credit card statement or someone your last 4 digits. That's really what we want at the end of the day. We want to protect ourselves. We need to. Because most of us who've been an identity theft victim, it happened to me, we don't realize it happened to us until it's too late. Until we sit down at the car dealership and want to get that great financing, like, so you don't qualify. And you're like, why? You're like, well, your credit score and this and that. You're like, and so now you're backtracking, like, when did it happen? Who did it? How did it happen?
Right.
And that's paranoia we don't want to deal with right now.
That's right. And this just makes it easier. This is just one more step that can help. And you can see over 6,000 of these have been ordered. The fact that shredders have been around, like I love, as Bill was saying, like since the 70s or so, it's nothing new to us. What is new is now you have a shredder that you're not gonna dread using. You were talking about, Bill, the fact that this is not that strip shred that was basically shredding into a fun puzzle that I could put back together, a financial puzzle.
And the thing is, people do this. That is their full-time job. They will go to that effort. What you're seeing here is that intermediate one, cross-cut. Definitely better, but it's been around a long time. And notice, the gears are gonna get bigger, the teeth are gonna multiply, and what's that gonna do? That's gonna give you that small, fine micro cut, which at the box store, micro cut is gonna be one of the more expensive ones on the shelf, I'm not gonna lie, because it's that much better. It's also going to be probably just in a black color, which isn't great. And then when you add the auto shred tray, it's just gonna get more expensive. It just has made this so obtainable to get home and to really manage it. You know, while you were talking, I got up and walked away. The shredder kept going, but I went and got the mail. And, you know, credit card offer, don't need that credit card offer, just shred it. Oh, don't need that, just shred it. And it feels good because then the stuff I am keeping is the stuff I need. Or have you ever gotten your mail and it was that really thick padded stuff where's my thick padded envelope? Oh, not even gonna open this one up because I know I don't need it. I know it's a solicitation. But you know what they do with this? They pad it so I have to open it because they know it can't get through most shredders. But watch what happens. Thick, dense, keeps going, keeps shredding, and that's really the peace of mind and also the value of performance that I invested in. I wanted something that was reliable and going to be my go-to. And, you know, I even sent one of these to my dad's office because back in the day when I was out there, I was able to, I was making copies, and then all of a sudden I realized I need to shred something. They had this little itty-bitty shredder, had written marker written on it, 3 pages at a time, which is not that efficient, and you had to stand there and feed it in. So I sent Jeanette one of these in the nice auto shred. She was elated. She was so excited. And little perks like that can make a world of difference in terms of doing a purge in the home office, doing a cleaning of the counter, because it's like, get rid of those coupons with my name on it, get rid of that, get rid of all those voter stuff. It's great, they're colorful, but your name is on there with your address and all that. Don't just throw it away. Even, subscriptions to magazines.
Yes.
Recycle the magazine if you want, but don't recycle even your mailing address label.
That's
shred
right.
It.
Shred it, do it. It just makes, again, it just makes it harder for somebody to come and pinpoint your information. And I love that Bill was showing the mail, because I don't know about for you, but I know me, when we go to the mailbox to get our mail, there might be, in this stack of mail that we get every day, there might be one thing that actually we need. And instead of putting that stack down to shred later, or I'll handle that later, or I'll go and rip it up and try to rip it up into as small pieces as I can, instead of doing that, just take it straight to your shredder. As a matter of fact, it would be great if you do what my husband and I do. We just open our mail over the shredder because we know that we're gonna look at it, see what it is, and it's gonna go straight into the shredder. And now I'm clearing the clutter around my house. And because this is so powerful and so easy to use, and it's not loud. It doesn't sound like a vacuum cleaner waking up the whole family. You can easily use this. This is gonna be one of your everyday appliances in your home. So if you want rose gold, do it. I love how pretty this metallic red is. That champagne gold is also fun as well. We've got that metallic navy. It comes in silver. And then if you want it in black, we have it for you in black. I love the fact that you've got this huge 5.5 gallon bin. How much? I mean, Bill, how many papers do you have to shred to fill up a 5.5 gallon bin? It's the largest bin that we've done. It is probably one of the easiest shredders that you'll ever use. And today, it is a great value. You see the price of the retail price is over $216. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to pay $216 for a shredder. But for all of the technology and all of the ease of use, and you've got it as a today's special for, what was that on FlexPay? $29, go for it. Bill, we're coming back to you.
And that's just it. Go for it and give it a try. Give it a test drive. Upgrade from your older shredder, upgrade from your older Embassy, or more importantly, get it home, because you know what? You need an incentive to purge and get rid of this stuff. Do it. We got my mom an Embassy shredder. I know we're getting into the gift giving season, and I got her one, because in the corner of the garage was this huge stack of boxes. She was waiting for the big day at the church or the bank where you could get free shredding. But then she was still handing her stuff over to someone. But it was a big job, and that's where Embassy stepped up. She was able to do it. She got microcut at the end of the day, so peace of mind in terms of disposing of it. And this is what happens to most of us when it comes to shredding. It's like, you know what? I'll get to shredding on Sunday. Okay, I'll take care of it on Monday. And that stack just gets bigger and more out of control. And then we're like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. And then we're like, I'm just going to throw it away. And that's just it. You throw it away, you run that risk of being an identity theft victim. I remember, it's pretty prevalent. It's 1 in 7 of us fall victims to identity theft, and you don't want it to be that one person, because then, get this, if you become an identity theft victim, it's not just calling the credit card company or the 3 credit bureaus. It's filing this document with the Federal Trade Commission, 85 pages that you have to sit over, babysit, and fall. We got better things to do, and that's just it. It's the first line of defense for you, for me. Seniors and kids are the most susceptible, they say, and 1 million more women a year fall victim to identity theft. And this is just your first line of defense. And you were talking about the colors too, because you leave it out, you do your mail right over it. Get these colors while you can. This red color, so much fun. It's shinier than we've done before, so it has that nice luster. That rose gold is great, because you know what? It doesn't look like a shredder. And I actually like how you pointed out the 5.5 gallon bin. My waste bin that I normally have in my office for, you know, my candy wrappers and my lunch and stuff is not even 5.5 gallons. This is larger. And it's going to be dual purpose, because our home offices can be somewhat small. And one other thing I want everyone to realize, you're also getting a great little care package with it. There's this great little shredder trial starter kit, which gives you 6 lubricant sheets, a bin liner. And so why is that important? Maintenance of it, because you're not going to have it for one big, you know, cleaning the office season. You're going to have it for years. And here's another little development. So with that starter kit, the bin liners are there. This is where Embassy thought of everything. The wheels, great. The larger waste bin. Even the waste bin has these little eyelets that you can run your liner through so it doesn't fall into the bottom. And then all your trash goes on top. Keeps it in place. And those little things are what have made Embassy users very happy. And that's the starter kit. It has those 6 lubricant sheets, which the lubricant sheet, it has oil inside the envelope. And so normally if I wanted to oil up the gears, I'd have to get out the little dropper thing and hopefully it wouldn't get all over the place. But that envelope just goes right into the top. And when it eats half of it, I kind of turn it off. And then those oils just drip inside. It's kind of like, you know, when you go on a road trip, you kind of inflate the tires and give it a little oil change. Same type of thing. And look at this. I can move it away. I can leave it on the side, get back to sending out some emails. It's still shredding.
That's right.
Or, you know what's also great? I'm in the mood. I'm going to purge. I open up my filing cabinet, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, what's in here? I find a file. 2013, I don't need this stuff. But you know what's crazy? I can't take this file and just go throw it away because there are still personal, private information in here.
Right.
So then I have to go through and find what's in here. But I can take the stack of 130 pages and load it up in the Autoshred tray. I can easily just get the job done that much faster.
Yes.
And when you do find stuff, it feels good. You know, we've all been home. I found this old canceled checkbook. Found an old checkbook. The account is still active. And I don't need these checks anymore because literally it's from 1998 to 2001. And I found stuff to companies that aren't even around here.
Right.
Deborah Lambert, DMV renewal. But I can't just throw even these receipts away because the account number is still active.
That's right.
And so when you have a shredder that does it, it just makes it easier to stay on top of and enjoyable. Shredding therapy. I mean, look at all this stuff that we get into our homes. Get rid of them.
And you know what, and we're showing you, you know, some things maybe you do need to keep, but maybe we don't need to keep them. Maybe it's time for us, and the time has allotted that we can let them go. But to Bill's point, you can't just throw them away. You still have to dispose of them with care. And that's where your Embassy Shredder comes in. It's funny, Bill was saying something that made me think of a review that someone left on the Embassy Shredder. Bought it for my husband because he would yell at the old one and his back would hurt from sitting there feeding paper. Love the feeder and don't hear any talking to the shredder anymore or yelling at the shredder. Maybe for you, you have that stack sitting on top of the shredder because your shredder can't handle more than one at a time. And then after 20 sheets, it starts to heat up or starts to smoke. We've all heard stories of, you know, burning out shredders. We've all heard them. I know my mom, she hired my nieces, her granddaughters, to come over one day and just sit there and feed papers to the shredder because she got in the mood to start to clean up. And maybe you've been doing that as well over the last few months, you know? You're like, okay, well, let me get into this drawer or let me go into that cabinet, and you pull out things, you go back down memory lane, and then you say, I have got to get rid of them, but how do I do it? You shred it, not one sheet at a time. You can shred 10 sheets at a time, or you can just very simply lift up this pretty holder right back here. You pop 130 papers in and you walk away.
Right.
Do it. Get a brand new shredder. I have an Embassy shredder and I love it. And this is the thing, Bill. I've needed a new shredder for a long time and I just put it off. And one day I said, you know what? I'm tired of fighting with this shredder. And I bought a new one. My husband noticed it maybe 2 weeks later, and he said, well, what was wrong with the old one? And I told him, and he said, well, I could have fixed it. I said, no, I'm tired of fighting with old technology. I just wanted a new one. I just wanted one that was better, stronger, faster, and overall had a better cut, and that was my Embassy, so I encourage you to get yours. Just so you know, if you want it in this red metallic, we have 170 left, and then we say goodbye to that one. Bill, every house, just like every house needs a refrigerator and a bed, every house needs a shredder.
It's true, and that's why the government warns us to shred our documents. That's why I really like this one, because it is dual purpose. When I first was thinking about getting a shredder, because Chandler, I used to take all my stuff to the office because they had a better shredder than I did. Yeah. And so I'd, throw it in my backpack or throw it in my briefcase and shred it at the office. That's still not safe. But also my home office was small, so I also needed to have a wastebasket and a shredder. But then I realized, wait a second, this shredder has a bigger waste bin than my wastebasket. So I leave that drawer open. I start throwing stuff away, but then I shred. So it's dual purpose for those smaller home offices. Remember, that clear bin is just because of the demonstration purposes. But as I find that big stack of stuff, I can open up that tray and just load it up and walk away. It already went through my stack of 130 pages. Little differences. Did you notice the light pop on? There's a light even on the inside so you can see when it's shredding. Another thing, if I do load this up and I get into a conversation with the kids or get distracted, it knows to automatically turn off once the bin is full, so it's not just going to keep running. Again, nice, smart advancement right there. And Tamara, you shared a story about Are you said about a shredder smoking?
Yes.
Before Embassy got here, this was not an Embassy brand. I was selling a shredder at HSN, and I'm loading it up. We're going to town, and I'm like, what is this? I can see the scene. I'm like, can the camera see that? I think I'm seeing smoke. And I've never really had an issue with my Embassy in that regard. And that's what you want. I can't lie. You totally reminded me of it. But
Yes.
that's reliability, because you do go to it. Are you shredding every day? It's different in every household. But when you do get in the zone of like, okay, let's go through this stuff. Okay, don't need this utility bill anymore. And I paid that bill. It feels good to get rid of it.
Yes.
Some of us have called it shredding therapy.
I love that.
All that stuff, you just see it just get demolished and torn up. And when it does, and it becomes microcut, it's more secure to put out at the curb, more peace of mind. And it's smaller, so it's gonna fill up this bin not as frequently, which is also a nice hassle, because or hassle-free. So I don't have to, do it every few minutes when I'm shredding. But then when you do throw it away, you have that peace of mind. Because remember, it's 1 in 7 of us. Okay, we just put it to the test. It stopped on its own. Why? Because it knows it's full. So I can take this 5.5 gallon of waste, throw it away, and you see how fine that shred is? And so I'm gonna pop back in my red over here, because I want you to see this in all its glory before it's gone, because that's what's so cool about it. These shiny finishes are new for this model. We were doing mattes for a little while. So if you do like that luster, it's great. Remember, they all come on casters, really lightweight and movable, yet the fact that this ships for free is another incentive to maybe pick it up. And I actually liked how you talked about, maybe you just need that incentive. I mean, do you ever go out and buy running shoes? Because you're gonna start running again. And it's the running shoes that are gonna make you run more. And this is the same kind of thing. It's the shredder that's gonna help you clean and keep you clean. And, and it just does what it's supposed to do.
It does. It really, and the fact that we've got it for you today as a Today Special, because you're not gonna see this as a Today Special for the rest of this year. So, like I said, even if you didn't have shredder at the top of your list, but maybe you need a new one, get it today on 5 flex of $29 and free shipping. If you did have a shredder on the top of your list and you're saying, okay, well this sounds like everything I want. It's from Embassy, and Embassy is the tops. Embassy makes Embassy shredders and shredders for other people as well. We have sold over 500,000 Embassy shredders here at HSN since we launched. The fact that you've got it today in a taller, thinner version. It's taller, so because it's gonna be in your home, and we made it a little bit less bulky, beautiful color options, a bigger bin, 5.5 gallon size bin. And real quick on the top, Bill, I would love for you to show us, because I like that the learning curve of this is so simple.
Exactly. So pretty much what you're showing there is the power button right at the top. There's the off switch, then you turn it over towards your left, and it's auto on. So I'm gonna turn mine to auto on.
Okay.
Which means right now it is on. But if I don't have anything in the tray, it's just gonna sit there in idle mode. And then you can leave it on constantly on, and there isn't even a reverse button right over there. It has an overheat indicator. I have used mine for years. I've never put it into that strain. So right now this unit is on. It knows not to go on until, boom, it's engaged. So it's always at the ready. It has one job, and it does it so well. Doesn't have to get on the Wi-Fi, doesn't have to worry about pairing it, or there's no app you download. It's just load it up, and you see what you're walking away with. It's like, perfect example. This application came to me, it had my name on it, it was already pre-filled out. If I just threw that away, or threw that envelope it came in away, it could end up in the wrong hands. And then someone else is getting my life insurance policy, or something like, you just never know what it's gonna be on. And it's just a first line of defense. But you're also managing all that stuff that we either get in on the daily, that we have in storage. And that's where it's like, I'm so glad I got this, because it really does make the cleaning easier, it's efficient. And the shred is the biggest difference. That smaller shred, it's harder for them to piece together. It fills up the bin less frequently, and you are less likely to be that identity theft victim, or your kids, or your customers. Because actually, I was right over here. Where did my piece of paper go? But I have some corporate stuff at home, because I'm working from home as well, with customer information, product information. I don't want to be the weak link. Shred it and get rid of it, and that's what's going to be great.
Absolutely. I've got a couple questions for you, Bill, real fast before we're gone. Was it from Detroit? Her name is Dorothy from Detroit, wanted to know, can she shred whole envelopes without even, like, bills and bank statements on the envelope? Can I do that?
Yes, so it depends on the thickness, and like I have some over here. Where'd they go? Oh, did I shred them all? Yeah, I have some unopened envelopes right over here. So you want to test it out, give it a try. I mean, it can go through up to 10 pages in the front. Like here's a nice thick one. It's not open. It's probably got 4 pages in it, and it goes right through it because it can do that. It has that power. One thing I also appreciate, I went away for a few days. I came back to so much junk mail, and I loaded up even my mail in that auto tray in the back, and it went to town, and guess what I did? I did my laundry. I unpacked the luggage. And it's the mundane little advancements that make life easier for us.
Absolutely. Bill, thank you so much as always for a great Today Special. And we'll see you again a little bit later on this evening for sure.
Yeah.
And you can keep shopping for yours, but I will tell you, this might be the last time that you have a chance to get this metallic red. We're down to our final 100 of them now in metallic red. We've got rose gold also, and champagne gold. We've got metallic navy. We have silver, and we also have it in black, and we have yours. All you have to do is call us or shop on hsn.com and let us know which one you want, and we will send it straight on out to you, free shipping and on FlexPay for $29. Now we have